Welcome to Dweller of the Dark. We are a channel honoring the yellowed and blackened bones of many prominent authors. We will be digging up several obscure, strange, and forgotten authors who influenced many of the great horror, science fiction, and fantasy writers today. More tales of the horrifying, obscure, strange, and forgotten are climbing out of the tombs. Subscribe, comment, like, donate, or I'll send Thaddeus Forge to steal your heathen soul. Unknown horror masters, send us ghoulish delights for the Skull and Bones collection. Your pound of writer's flesh will continue to feed our ghouls for now. Books, websites, podcasts, and the links below. Children of Horror, Legion of Ghouls, tonight.
We danced our last dance, hearts tangled high. Electric blaze in our last kiss raw. Lock taken by a creaking infantry's claw. They killed your flesh, but not your soul's fire. In the woods, silent shadows dark and dire. Those whisper secrets in the night's fold. Your spirit forever in this cursed old world. They killed your flesh, but not your soul's fire. In the woods, silent shadows dark and dire. Ghosts whisper secrets in the night's fold. Your spirit forever in this cursed old world. Dancing under the golden moon's hue. In dreams I still feel you, flesh true. Electric blaze forever burns bright. Through the pain your soul took flight.
The Sea Witch. Part 1. The night winds were a torrent of darkness amongst the sea and foam. The coppery moon heaved as a haunted galleon pouring golden waves to Rome. The beach trail weaved as a moonlit strand over the skull-white dunes. And the Sea Witch came gliding. The Sea Witch came gliding up to the druid rooms. 2. A hooded cloak of black covered her head and hid the Sea Witch's face. Her shroud concealed all to ground, and a belt of skin sashed it in place. The flowing robe held ne'er a wrinkle as she flew on. No shoes adorned her feet, I cannot lie. And she hovered on with a red gemmed sparkle. Her staff and pouch a flamed sparkle. Her knife a flamed sparkle beneath the gemmed celestial sky. 3. Hover she did over the dunes and scores of tidal pools, reaching the darkness of the town. Cackling, she woke everyone behind their doors, but inside they stayed fearing her cursed round. She sang a ballad to the window, and of course, what fool was waiting there but the captain's blue-eyed son, Samuel, the captain's son, whittling a heart-shaped cedar chest for his beloved Claire. 4. Dark, in the dark old town, a shrimp net near a door did creak. Behind the door, Claire listened, her face aghast as she opened to peek. Jealousy, madness that binds us all, hollowed Claire's eyes and tarnished her golden hair. For she loved the captain's son, the captain's blue-eyed son. Dense as a bucket of shrimp, Claire wickedly spied, and she heard the witch lament with care. 5. I adore thee, my brave Samuel, kin to the sea. Let me treat the lepers, then we take flight. They render coin for my cure, pure gold, before the first rays of morning light. Samuel, by daybreak, should they prove false, and treachery raises the work I have done, wait for me at Caminata in the moonlit pass. Watch for me in the moonlit pass. Come hell or high water, I'll come to thee by moonlight, and we'll live and love as one. 6. The sea witch rose to flight, her staff as her steed. In haste she grasped for Samuel's hand. She dropped her hood for Samuel and stole a kiss before she rode. Overwhelmed was the man. Perfumed jasmine rolled down, engulfing Samuel in a carnal feast. How he embraced and kissed that cloud in the coppery moonlight, engulfed in clouds of jasmine in the coppery moonlight. Then she nudged her staff in the glimmering lunar glow and ascended upwards to the east. Part 2. 1. She was not there as morning kissed the dew. She was not there when eventide fell. The gray moon rose high and the red sun sunk low, just as the clang of a lone bell. The sanded trail to the druid stone seemed silent, haunted only by the ghostly dunes. Red torches and golden lantern came storming, storming, storming. Grand Isle's men came storming down to the lonely druid ruins. 2. The men said no word to Samuel, but gazed at a hanging oak above his head. Tied and gagged the lover of the sea witch, they did, and hung him until dead. No one said a word in their devil's work, no pinion of mercy in their eyes. These scoundrels knew they courted death now in the sea witch's vengeful wrath. Stared they did at the stormed sea and shadows of the town. No man saw the sea witch descend until she screamed mournfully, landing on the gallows path. 3. A fury from hell startled the men in their jovial gibbet jest. For several growling beasts surrounded the murderers, and a cackle left all in unrest. "Rougarou awaits us now. Be on guard, messieurs," the panicked priest ordered in a yell. The sea witch cast her spell, remembering her last words to beloved Samuel. "Wait for me at Caminata in the moonlit pass. Watch for me in the moonlit pass. Come hell or high water, I'll come to thee by moonlight, and we'll live and love as one." 4. Invoking Hecate, she raged, sending lightning crashing below. Men burned as leaves in her blaze. Writhing and twisting hands, the sea witch unleashed the hounds of hell, Rougarou in a haze. Tears of flesh, the crunch of bones, and terror ruled the darkness and the conjured flames. Till now, at the cusp of the witch's hour, frighteningly chilled at the cusp of the witch's hour, the sea witch walked through pounds of flesh in the silvered moonlight to her lover hanged. 5. She cut him down, and Samuel's body fell to her embrace. Gentle lips kissed his lifeless eyes, pleading to the masters of her craft, begging for any devil to hear. No one answered her replies. The sea witch heard the ghostly cry of a loon. She rocked Samuel and stared at the infinite sea. How the waves shimmered as silver in the moonlight, rippled and shimmered as silver in the moonlight. The sea witch's tears fell in the moonlight as diamonds, sealing her love for Samuel eternally. 6. To-wit, to-woo! Had the sea witch heard the call? Bird of Minerva landed and kissed her tears. To-wit, to-woo! On her shoulder did this white owl perch. Was this owl whispering in her ears? She cast her gaze from the owl to Samuel, long dead, then looked from the sea to the runes. The sea witch set Samuel's funeral pyre, crying one last tear, and left gliding, gliding, gliding. The owl stayed perched as they went flying, cackling together across the skull-white dunes. 7. On winter nights, island folk whisper when the waves roar and the oaks sway in the winds. The coppery moon heaves as a haunted galleon upon golden waves to roam. The beach trail weaves as a moonlit strand over the skull-white dunes. And the sea witch and Samuel come gliding, gliding, gliding. The sea witch and her owl come gliding up to the druid rooms. 8. Hover she will over the dunes in scores of tidal pools, reaching the darkness of the town. Cackling, she awakens everyone behind their doors, but inside they stay fearing her cursed round. She sings a sad ballad to Samuel's window, but of course his ghost is not there. The captain's blue-eyed son, Samuel, the captain's son, from his feathered perch on high, leans in to his beloved, the sea witch, and kisses her raven hair. Thank you for listening. Have a great night.